Cheers.
Welcome aboard. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
You know what we have to do, Jim? We have to go up the mast to fix the thing.
The thing on the mast
Now?
that you have to fix.
You know, not tomorrow morning. We should do it now. While
Okay.
I'm not drunk.
What time is
yet.
it? Give me 15 minutes. I'm gonna start the potatoes.
Then he'll be drunk.
Okay, go for it.
Encore? Encore un peu?
Okay, Jim.
Encore un peu. Ouais.
I almost became an electric engineer and turned out to work as a camera assistant in the movie industry where I met Jim in Montreal. And then I moved on to be a rafting guide in 2000 at Nouveau Monde. And the same year at your stag party, I switched from Nouveau Monde to propulsion. The weekend of your stag party, remember?
Yeah.
And then decided to go back to school to study to become a professional guide. At the end of the year, I met Danielle. We moved to Charlevoix together.
This is the company I founded and still run, hoping to retire from. I'm the whips and chains guy.
Not for sailing.
Yeah. If you need a whip, or a corset, or some accoutrement for keeping someone pinned to a bed or to a wall, I'm the guy. I'm also a family man. Very much love my family. 6 years ago, I lost my son, my eldest son, suddenly, at just shy of just after his 21st birthday. And I basically lost my mind at the same time and did a lot of reckless things. To Yanni.
I was on this boat. I was on this
Yanni.
boat when you called me.
To Yanni. May you rest in peace.
Yeah.
Moved out to Montreal to go to university, and then just fell in love with Montreal. Grew up. Discovered I wanted to make films. That was 31 years ago, man. I was making films. 31 years of my career. Man, it's hard to, I'm 53 now. It's a lot of years to talk about.
So I'm the old man.
You're the old man. That makes me feel better. Then, married, had children. I've got a 16-year-old now and a 14-year-old who turned 14 yesterday. That's Zoe and Lucas. So fatherhood, and then unexpected divorce, man. I remember this period, 1 week off, 1 week on, right, with the kids, because I have 50% custody. So 1 week on, I'm super dad, and then 1 week off, I'm super bad, right?
Some sustenance.
We can wait for
He can do the 1 minute version because he's got half as many years, man.
And I should probably...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. I should probably get Drew.
Yeah.
He's the other newbie on the Mancation. He's coming across on the ferry.
Donc je suis arrivé au Canada il y a 2 ans. Donc j'avais 20 ans, je me disais avoir 20 ans.
My God,
Ouais. Et
un vrai aventurier.
je venais de finir mes études de cinéma.
He moved here at 20.
Je pensais qu'en arrivant à Montréal, ça serait plus facile pour moi de trouver du travail. Et puis après quelques mois passés là-bas, je me suis rendu compte que c'était pas aussi facile que ça. Donc je me suis dit tiens, je vais aller faire une semaine à Toronto pour aller voir s'il n'y a pas plus de travail là-bas. Au final, je suis tombé nez à nez avec l'ONF, donc l'Office national du film, et ils m'ont proposé du travail là à ce moment-là. Donc du coup, je suis resté à Toronto. Oh,
Jim.
Drew.
nice to meet you.
man.
Cheers.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Dale.
welcome.
This is Jean.
Hey, Jean.
Hey, yo.
John's an adventure guy.
Nice.
Whitewater
And I hear you have like some sailing experience. You did the.
Yeah, I grew up on sailboats.
Oh, that's perfect, man.
Yeah, originally maritimer from Halifax, military brat, moved around a lot, but when we lived in Halifax and Dartmouth, we had either a 23-foot Yeah, 23-foot PY, and then we had a 30-foot CNC.
Drew is also known as kindred, and we kind of are kindred in behaviors.
Yeah.
Certain behaviors.
Okay. And are we making straight for Port Dalhousie or what? What do you want to do?
Niagara.
Yeah, an hour out.
And if they don't have room, we just move because otherwise we're really wasting.
Exactly, we change course, but we aim to Niagara's on the fall, on Niagara,
Niagara on the lake.
on the lake,
Viagra
on the Lake
on the
Ontario
lake.
strike.
Viagra
Yeah,
on the
We're
lake.
going to Viagra on the lake.
With those folks here, we have to adapt.
I'm old now.
We're gonna, if we can't get a place on Viagra on the lake, then we're going to Port Dalhousie. Dalhousie.
Dalhousie.
The loosey
How do you
goosey.
pronounce it?
Dalhousie.
even know.
It's Dalhousie. Dalhousie.
Let's line it up.
Our town, boys. Our town.
J'ai bien dormi jusqu'à 6 heures, après ça je me suis levé.
C'est ça, Théo, t'as entendu.
C'est ça. J'ai failli aller me coucher à côté de Théo. Il avait l'air tellement bien, puis tout seul. Il disait, hey, donc ben propre ce bateau-là.
Tiens, allez. Salis-le.
Non,
Allez.
non, moi je suis
Lâche-toi là, je sais que ça te fait plaisir.
pas un gars qui salit les patates.
Va falloir plonger puis aller nettoyer l'hélice, hein?
Ça avance pas?
Ça avance doucement, mais on est ralenti parce qu'il y a beaucoup d'algues ici. Il va falloir, quand on va sortir, aller jeter un coup d'œil en dessous, là, qu'est-ce qui est pogné dans notre hélice. Faut penser à Apocalypse Now ici. Là. Vietnam. Non, Saigon. Shit, I'm still in Saigon. Tu l'as vu, Théo, Apocalypse Now?
Ouais,
Un classique.
toute ma jeunesse.
Hein, on se croirait dans la rivière du Mekong ici. Là. Il manque juste quelques lance-roquettes qui nous sifflent au-dessus des têtes.
Check ça. Check ça. Ça, c'est tout ce qui était sur le rudder.
Oh my
Check ça, mon gars. OK?
Veux-tu une salade?
All right.
Ready to go? Ouais, ça arrête pas vraiment. Tu vois, là, sur une espèce de enrouleur à l'intérieur du mât qui a décroché. Donc, on n'a plus vraiment notre grande voile. On a la moitié de la voilure.
Il devrait y avoir quelque chose par-dessus ça, c'est pas normal que ça.
Go to channel 64, 64, over.
Copy that.
How you guys doing over there?
We're doing all right. We just put out the sails, dropped the engine. We're doing about 4 knots with like an idle speed on the engine and just the sails out.
Yeah, we're having a rigging problem, so what else is new? My mainsail shaft inside the mast is completely loose, so we can't get the mainsail out. So we're having, I guess we're gonna sail at half sail power.
We're gonna go back to 16 so that we can hear if there's anything that we need to hear. Over.
Absolutely. That's the plan. Let's go back to 16. All right. See you in a bit, George.
See you in a bit, Jim.
On est rendu où là?
Là, on a fait un cinquième.
Alors c'est Toronto derrière nous.
Toronto derrière nous.
Ça sera pas long qu'on verra plus Toronto en fait.
Dans la brume, là.
Un peu, ouais. L'humidité.
Et je fais le temps d'être un capitaine.
Non, là t'es à la barre, t'es pas le capitaine. C'est pas pareil. Si je tombe à l'eau, c'est Jean qui serait capitaine. Si lui tombe à l'eau à la suite, c'est toi qui es capitaine. Tu viens nous chercher?
Oh mon Dieu.
J'espère.
Elle doit partir avec un bateau.
Il y a ça.
Security, security, security. Cayenne is parting out front center. Security, security, security.
Après quelques années de vie un peu farouche, là, en célibataire, comme on dit au Québec, célibataire endurci, me voilà rendu encore en relation avec une femme. Dans la même maison avec une femme. Et c'est bien. C'est bien. C'était pas prévu, mais les enfants ont grandi un peu. Les enfants ont 16 ans, 14 ans. Et je pense qu'ils se plaisent bien à avoir une situation un peu plus stable quand ils rentrent chez eux. Ces temps-ci, je pense beaucoup au réchauffement de la planète parce qu'on est au mois d'août. En fait, tout l'été, il a fait hyper chaud. C'est des records de température à grandeur de la planète, partout sur la planète. Bon, comme j'ai des enfants, moi, je sais pas, il me reste quoi, 20 ans, 30 ans à vivre? Je vais peut-être voir des changements climatiques, mais à un moment donné, ma vie va terminer. Mais mes enfants, eux, ils en ont pour, j'espère, longtemps. Et ça me fait vraiment réfléchir vers quoi on s'en va, là. Qu'on surconsomme, on vit dans une société de consommation sans aucune limite. On a beaucoup de temps pour penser quand on est sur l'eau parce que on a beaucoup de temps entre les ports, entre les navigations. Ça fait effectivement réfléchir.
Écoute, ça n'était pas facile avec ça, parce que on a passé... moi, quand je suis parti au Canada, ça faisait 2 mois qu'on était ensemble. Au début, on était juste, tu sais, en relation ouverte, et puis on n'était pas en prise de tête, parce qu'on s'est rencontrés au mois de mai, et moi, je partais au mois de septembre, en 2016. Donc, on s'est fait piéger là-dedans, parce que on s'est mis ensemble. Du coup, en septembre, quand je suis parti au Canada, on s'est rendu compte qu'on ne pouvait plus se passer l'un de l'autre. Et cette année-là, au début d'année, elle est venue s'installer. Et puis voilà, elle m'a rejoint. Donc, c'est une très bonne chose, ça se passe très bien. C'est plus, tu sais, l'époque où la femme allait à la maison, a fait à manger, a fait le ménage. Non, c'est plus du tout ça.
Ça, c'était mes parents, ça.
Ouais, hein?
Puis même moi, j'ai eu un petit peu de ça, mais pas vraiment.
Non, pas trop.
Non, pas vraiment. C'est plus vraiment la relation homme-femme, c'est 50-50, non?
Ouais, c'est un peu ça, 50-50. Des fois, c'est même... et si elle voit ça, elle va me tuer. C'est plus moi, hein?
Faut pas que tu te censures, là.
C'est plus moi, là.
Ah ouais?
Sarah, tu vois, pour l'instant, elle a des problèmes de visa. Elle a toujours pas ses visas de travail et tout ça. Et on se supporte chacun, tu vois, de notre façon. Et je pense que c'est important aussi dans un couple, c'est un peu faire ça comme une équipe. Et c'est une bonne chose.
Georges est où, là? Là-bas. On fonce vers lui. C'est ça l'idée.
C'est sûr que j'aimerais rencontrer une personne à qui je donne des étoiles dans les yeux, puis à qui je fais plier les genoux, tu sais, puis vice-versa. C'est ça que je veux rencontrer. Je veux rencontrer une femme qui qui est brillante, qui m'inspire, qui se tient en forme. Tout le monde veut ça. Il n'y a rien d'anormal à ça. Il n'y a rien d'original non plus. Là. Non, mais c'est vrai. Tu sais, ça prend la taille, ça prend la chevelure, ça prend le vestimentaire, ça prend le char. Écoute, des filles qui m'ont levé le nez dessus parce que je suis arrivé avec le Buick, tu sais.
Ton Buick 98.
Non, 2003 quand même, mais ça reste... ça reste que pour eux autres, c'est inconcevable que moi j'ai un Buick. Si je vois les personnes que je rencontre en me disant je vais avoir quelque chose à apprendre de ces personnes-là, mais je recule pas, j'avance, man. Puis je deviens la personne qu'il faut que je devienne pour avoir, à un moment donné, le sentiment que ça peut être ici, là, je peux être rendu, tu sais. Mais à plus petite échelle, je suis à côté sur le boom ici et je suis rendu où je voulais être. Fait que zéro regret.
Wow, what a day, man.
Yeah, it's fucking gorgeous.
You need to tighten it. More than that, guys.
Who's making dinner?
Guess I could after I check in.
I got spaghetti, but the skewers aren't ready because we didn't marinate anything. They'll be
I
tomorrow.
thought you were doing that for tonight. That's why I didn't do mine.
Spaghetti it is.
Fuck yeah, man. Oh, qu'elle est bonne.
Again, never getting married. Like the whole,
Institution of marriage.
yeah, means next to nothing to me. The relationship that we built is what I see as the commitment.
What does it mean when you live in a society that has no common belief system? Everyone's different. Everyone's like, it's a plurality, so it has no legal weight, it has no moral weight.
I lived with a woman for 11 years. I was happy, and I asked her twice to get married with me. And she said, you know what? I prefer to be happy like this, no contract, just making sure that the other person is happy every day, doing your best in a couple to improve the teamwork. That was a commitment. That was my wedding ring. That was my diamond.
If you look at marriage historically, it was done kind of what it's going back to now, which is it was a partnership of convenience. It was a partnership of management, to manage a household, to manage a family, to manage surviving. Yeah. And in the old days, when people got married, was in order to better their situation.
Yes.
Security and materially.
I drew up a 13-page contract for Colleen and I.
13?
13 pages, and it was renewable at 6 months and renewable again at 12 months. The origin of our relationship was just that, of a master-slave scenario. She would accompany me to certain events, or there would be certain evenings that we would get together and we would have a play session, or she'd make me dinner, or what have you. The contract I drew up was thorough and understanding of the dynamic between us. She was essentially handing over her life to me.
You consider yourself like an alpha male.
I'm the alpha of my pride. I have no kids, I've got 4 cats, that's my pride.
Could you live any other way?
Probably not.
This is sort of different to my experience with Anna. Because we met when we were in high school, we were kids. And everything that we've done, every road we've traveled is a joint exploration. You grow up, you change, you evolve, you mature, and you realize, would I have married this guy had I met him today? Did I miss anything? So we made sure we went out there that to have other experiences, to have a more rounded understanding of adulthood, of romance, of relationships, of commitments, of all these things. I'm retired now. I have been
That's
for
what you
6
said.
years.
I don't believe it.
6 years.
We can snap it out of you.
Nah.
Some of my favorite people have been people that have fallen into my world due to my favorite sin, lust.
I would agree.
So I was thinking of lending you the kid for tomorrow. Like, yeah.
Speaking about me. He's a stud.
The stud. Sorry, I lending you the stud. The babe attractor. We're gonna see tonight whether the young bait works better than the old bait.
Looks like
We have both. We have all range of bait tonight.
If I may raise no shave, I'll look about his age. I haven't been on a boat since I was a kid. It's all come back to me as soon as I step foot on the boat. And I was telling George, like, the difference between I see like a speedboat or a cruiser or a sailboat. Speedboat, cruiser, you got a destination, you go there. Sailboat, you got a destination, but you experience the trip on the way there. So I have a greater appreciation for going under sail.
It used to belong to my friend Steve, who lived on it for 2 years with his through the winter at Bluffers Marina with his girlfriend and his dog. And now it's our boat. Lots of storage in the sides. Over here is all sorts of where we keep the dishes and the supplies. I have 2 of these, so I can put them side by side so we can cook up a storm while we're under sail. And the oven is cantilevered, gimbaled as they call it. It's clean. Now the front compartment is a mess, so you can have a look there too. 2 people can sleep there. I romanticized about doing that, crossing the ocean. Giving up a month, 6 weeks, whatever it is, 3 weeks, depends on the boat and the time of the year and how fast you're going. Where you see nothing but water, big swells, you go up one, down the other, maybe see other ships, but hardly anything. All you see is not land, but just open water. And you're left with your thoughts and yourself, and maybe if you have another person, somebody to interact with. I like the idea. What I don't like is that I didn't start doing this until relatively recently, in my 40s, so I don't have the experience to do that. If I was a younger man like Drew, who has been sailing since he was a kid, I would do it. But I'm in my mid-50s now, 56, so I don't think it's in the cards for me to cross the ocean in a sailboat. Not by myself, anyway. I can see myself not spending winters in Toronto. So, does that mean that I have to buy a boat in the Caribbean? And winter there? Will I be traveling place to place? I don't know. Retirement's a couple of years away for me. And it's something we're just starting to talk about with my wife. What we're gonna do for the next stage.
Everything needs to evolve. And our relationship has evolved tremendously over the years. We've had our highs, we've had our lows, we've had troubled times within our relationship, but any worthwhile relationship takes the time and requires the effort. We love our collective extended family, but for our lifestyle, our personal goals and everything else, we've been very comfortable with the fact that we want to spend the time with each other and not necessarily have an offspring to bring up and have that added component to our lives. For me, the family that I need to surround myself with are those that have a connection of some sort. Like George's family to me, Anna's family to me, all their kids' family. I've got a good life. I appreciate the life that I have. I appreciate the friends that surround me and that help make it a good life.
Parfait, parfait. Parfait.
C'est 34, ça doit être le troisième quai. 34. C'est ici, Jean.
J'ai des doutes, dude.
Tu connais ça, toi?
Ben, moi, je me rappelle de la bâtisse, oui,
Ah?
pas mal. Je me rappelle de la bâtisse.
Ouais, ok.
Oui, oui.
On est dans la base, man. Je pars votre placement en tout, man.
C'est sérieux. C'est encore plus sérieux quand Jim il se trompe. Avant de me dire adieu, donne-moi ton cœur. Ça devrait être la bonne marina, oui. C'est écrit Port Pier Marina. Fait que nous autres, on va être sur le C de l'autre côté. On contourne pas le gros qu'il y a là. D'après moi, C, ça va être le petit qu'il y a là-bas. À côté du yacht. Rentre, tourne. Rentre.
And there was a jet ski here.
Thanks.
Tonight 3.
And here we go. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
This planet is dying. It's fine to say, oh, we could stop it, we could change it, but nobody's changing their behavior. And the people that are going to pay the highest price are the ones that contribute least to the carbon footprint that made this mess to begin with. In Bangladesh, they're cutting down the mangrove swamps. No, thank you. They're cutting down the mangrove swamps to make more shrimp farming, which causes the habitats of so many species to disappear, and it doesn't hold back the water of the sea. They don't set out saying, I'm gonna endanger an animal or drive it into extinction. They're just saying, I gotta feed my family.
Here's what I don't understand: how you can be a climate denier. How could you not see it?
Ask the Donald.
Yeah. Well, him and everyone who elected him.
Well, they don't care. They're grabbing as grab can. That's all they've ever done. They're plutocrats, kleptocrats. And that's all they know is more and more and more for me.
It's possible that the current that makes a big 8
The jet stream is going to break.
in between the northern Atlantic part of the sea and the southern part of the Atlantic Sea, that big 8 will slow down at a point of changing the jet stream, changing lots of
It'll all change.
climate
And Northern Europe will
kind
be
of
plunged into an ice
normalities
age, as will
in,
Canada.
in the continent and everything,
As a result.
and then nobody knows.
Trump's America, to me, is the complete nightmare come true.
It's like
Undoing every fucking rule that protects the environment. Denying climate change. I mean, what else? A flat earther? I mean, what's left for him to be? And these people are like, there's a whole bunch of them that believe in this shit.
I know.
And they're destroying
And
the
then
planet.
on top of that,
There's too much packaging.
half the products and
Plastic.
packages that you purchase can't be put through that because they're made of a different type of plastic. So what's the purpose of putting them in those packages?
We wouldn't have these boats if it
If-
was plastic.
You can't recycle it.
Well, the boat isn't a problem. This boat is 25 years old. It's not a single-use thing. I'm talking about
They're very
what
useful,
is
but it's gotten too far.
the problem. There's so many problems, but nobody wants to address them. Like, for example, single-use plastics.
Exactly. That's where I would
There's whole like islands of this shit in the oceans. We keep hearing about it.
Pacific garbage patch.
A lot of this is driven by, I think, I think like our need to be dominant, our need to be, to have money in our pocket to do what we want and this and that. No one, you know what I mean? Like, this kind of temperance is a feminine principle. Take care of the planet. That's our feminine side talking here. It is.
My slip show.
No, but that's the problem. Unbridled fucking masculine energy leads to what's happening right now.
Everything you give to a woman improves it. You give them, a piece of land, they give you a garden and to bring fruit. You give them, clothes, everybody will have some. Everybody will be warm, You give them anything, they improve it. So if you give them shit, they give
more shit.
They give it back to you 100 times. So just be kind.
The power of veto.
Balabo.
But we have to have a collection of minds that fall into the same path of global improvement,
I agree.
of humanity's improvement.
I was thinking about that. What am I doing better than the generation before me?
And my parents.
The generation before me traveled on foot, on buses, on ships. We fly around like it's nothing. Our carbon footprint compared to that of the generation before us is 2-3 times as big. And we're gonna turn around and say to our kids, well, you can't do what we just did. We used it all up.
Those carbon footprints are going to be able to hedge back.
I hope so.
Like, as we come up with better technology, like the fucking Tesla cars, of electric vehicles that are able to run off of sustainable.
My dream right
resources.
now is to own a farm. I don't care about farming, although I think I would farm something. Okay, but my main goal is to marijuana is to make that farm energy.
See that happening in this lifetime.
I know.
Gym with gum boots.
I want
and a tractor and jam into the mud
shut the fuck up
and yelling at anybody, you know, I'm fucked in the mud. I'm a new farmer.
I don't want to farm. I just want to make my home energy efficient and self-sufficient. That's what I'm learning on this boat. You know what? One of the things that this sailboat has taught me, among many things, is that I don't need much more than what's on this boat right now to be happy. And all it would take is a couple solar. It would take a few solar panels. It doesn't take a lot of fuel. It doesn't leave much. I mean, we recycle on this boat. We eat what we need, although we could be going a little bit more vegetarian, I agree. But the one lesson it's taught me is it doesn't take much to be like sufficient and have a little footprint. When we shut that engine off after 5 minutes because we want to go sailing, guess what? No more diesel, no more fumes, no more nothing. The wind is pushing us.
We're all gonna go there. So do we really want a big fancy boat that we may not be able to manage in 20 years? Or are we gonna do that for 20 years and then buy the farm?
Holy fuck. That's a big spider. He's self-sufficient. No bullshit there, man. Just catch insects.
There's another one here. They're everywhere.
All right, I need a volunteer for the fucking dishes because I made this meal. Who's on dishes?
More than happy. I'm volunteer.
We got. No, Theo, you're from. Okay, we got Drew. We got Drew.
I can do it too.
Good conversation, man. The future of the planet.
Yeah.
You know?
But I want to see Jim farming.
You'll eat your fucking.
I want to see Jim farming, you know, with that tractor.
I already have a huge garden, by the way.
It doesn't work. I'm stuck in the mud.
I don't need a tractor.
These are for here. I have a lot.
I'm good, thank you. I just had one, thank you. Est-ce qu'on a raté un arrivé à date?
Non.
Hier.
Hier à Sainte-Catherine. Hier à Sainte-Catherine.
Pris dans la vase, les amis.
Pris dans la vase.
Une première.
À l'entrée de Marina.
Les gens nous regardaient. Oups. Toute une
Is it
entrée.
Port Dalhousie? No. Is St. Catherine? Let's turn around.
Tu sais que t'es en vacances quand t'arrives pas à la bonne marine.
C'est vrai. That was fun.
Quand tu prends même pas la peine de regarder la carte, là. T'as fini, là? Le singe. Mange ta papaye. Mange la papaye! Tu te rends compte qu'on est comme un vieux couple, genre?
Oh, c'est ça, je savais depuis longtemps.
L'influrescence vers la sud-sud-ouest. Les conditions météorologiques à 9 heures. La température 23,4.
All right, we'll see you on the lake, boys.
Yes.
Sur la blanche, je vais tirer sur la verte. Attends une minute, je vais la rentrer.
Last I checked, the weather was clear sailing, buddy. You know, not much wind and hot, humid, no rain. Over.
Je peux sortir? Obviously that works because you heard me.
Fait que si je suis trop ballon là, je vais pas chercher.
Non, mais là, t'es correct, là. Tu peux pas juste le serrer plus que ça. T'es à 47 degrés au vent, là, 60, là. En fait, on dit 90 degrés, donc dis là.
T'as raison, parce qu'en réalité, on est au moteur.
90 degrés,
Si on n'était pas-
ça veut dire que ça vient de là.
Si on n'était pas au moteur, la flèche, elle serait pas comme ça.
Je suis pas un expert, là, mais je te dirais qu'on est probablement un petit peu trop tendu dans l'air à one bell shape. Elle tient sa shape.
OK?
Un duo.
Es-tu prêt?
Ouais.
En même temps? 1, 2, 3, go! Holy crap!
Ça réveille, ça?
C'est bon! Hein? C'est tellement beau!
J'ai pas connu la transition avant, comment c'était avant, tu vois. Moi, je suis né, j'ai grandi, puis à l'âge où j'ai commencé à être conscient de ce qui se passait, bah on m'a toujours dit que c'était la merde, quoi. Hein. Que politiquement ça allait pas, que dans le monde ça allait pas. J'ai l'impression qu'on est la génération de ça va pas, tu sais, on arrive vraiment au moment le pire, tu vois. Je me dis jamais, ah ça aurait été bien il y a de naître il y a 50 ans, tu vois. Mais parce que je trouve qu'on a quand même plein de choses aujourd'hui qui sont vraiment utiles, qu'on n'avait pas avant. Après, ça peut être aussi un piège, tu vois, par exemple toutes les technologies, tout ça, mais pour moi c'est quelque chose de tellement pratique, tu vois, de prendre son téléphone et de s'appeler dans la rue pour se retrouver un endroit. J'entends souvent des personnes qui me disent, ah les jeunes, les pauvres, et je dis mais non, c'est super, on peut voyager partout. Moi, 21 ans, bientôt 22 ans, j'ai pu prendre je sais pas combien d'avions, aller dans plein de pays. Mes grands-parents, ils sont jamais allés à l'étranger. C'est sûr, je vois pas mes parents tous les week-ends, ou je vois pas mes amis tous les week-ends, mais je les vois une fois par an, 2 fois par an, et puis à chaque fois, on se fait des voyages, et puis c'est bien aussi.
T'es optimiste, mon cher.
Je suis très optimiste, moi. Je suis de nature très optimiste.
De retour à la civilisation. T'entends ça? Ouais. Tu passes de quoi par là-bas? Tu passes de quoi partout? On est venu à la bonne place.
Ça, c'est un des plus beaux sons qu'il n'y a pas. Ça se peut-tu? Il n'y a pas une bière qui fait ça à part la groge.
Elle est bois. Ici, au pied de la ville de Toronto, on peut pas être plus central que ça ici. Une de mes places préférées pour inviter les gens. Marina Key West. La scène est juste là. Puis,
We're in the marina west of the hotel. They have to keep walking west. Correct. Well, if it's about me, it's about her. In the sense that going forward, I aim to be with her. And going forward, what her needs and desires are have also to come into play of my actions. So I want this.
J'ai vécu une vie de marin, Sarah.
Hi. I use the
French tradition.
I have a great number of French friends, so I'm
Oh, okay. Perfect.
La semaine sans ton homme, là, comme ça, là, ça a été
C'est
quoi?
sympa.
Difficile ou très facile?
Agréable.
Agréable.
C'est-à-dire,
Oh,
il y a de
je
la
crois que le
place,
marin
hein.
va y prendre goût de s'absenter.
C'est le retour à la maison. Quoi.
Tell the waves that you put on this boat.
Des fois c'est moi qui danse, des fois c'est lui qui danse. Écoute, tu peux filmer lui aussi, lui qui danse.
4:48 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Sunday, August 5th, 2018.
Oh, this is just the
A
heat.
warning is continued for City of Toronto, York, Durham, City of Hamilton, Dufferin, Innisfil, and Halton Peel.
En gros, aujourd'hui, on retourne à bon port, comme on dit. Hein? Mais il me semble qu'avec la chaleur qu'il fait là, je resterais tout simplement à l'eau pour le reste de la semaine. Qu'est-ce que t'en penses, Théo?
Je suis pas d'accord.
Get the wind we can.
Sounds like a bell. What's that do? Feel our wind?
My horns are an extension of me. Like I started wearing horns on a mask that I used to wear to some of the fetish events and other party events that I'd go to years ago. And the mask eventually evolved to wanting to wear different types of horns that I found. And I found stuff like this. And
It's like an homage to your dark side or your playful side, or what is it?
it's definitely my mischievous side. Like, part of my fetishes and part of my personal balance is the fact that I love the masquerade. I love dressing up. I love doing the makeup effects. Kindred is a moniker that I took on like 20 years ago.
Wow.
And like in the fetish scene, I'm Master Kindred. People know me as Kindred, and Kindred, just like one of the definitions, it means family. It means connecting with those that
Kindred
are
spirit.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like you have to have balance, and that's what I strive for. I have my dark side, I have my light side, I have my jovial side, and I try to find balances. I'll be working with them again.
À 53 ans, en cinéma, qu'est-ce qu'il me reste à dire? Qu'est-ce qu'il me reste à faire? C'est drôle, ça fait 31 ans que je fais des films, puis il y a des jours où j'ai juste plus le goût de le faire, puis il y a d'autres jours où je me dis non, c'est tout ce que j'ai le goût de faire. Alors c'est le paradoxe complet rendu où j'en suis moi. Parce que j'adore encore ce métier-là, j'adore encore le fait de prendre une caméra puis de pouvoir toucher le monde à l'extérieur de son rayon, de pouvoir dialoguer avec la planète. C'est encore pour moi le plus beau métier du monde.
What's your impression of how you look at us?
That's a good question. Yeah, that's funny because I filmed you during this last 5 days, you know?
Yeah.
We spent 5 days together, but I was most behind the camera, you know? But I heard the stories of everyone because I was filming everything. So I had a chance, you know, to get all the stories, all the impression of, and all the feeling of the people who was there. And that's very, you know, that inspired me because, you know, you take the experience put together of all of you, it's maybe 100 or 200 years of experience, you know. So it's very precious to get this advice and experience, and can help me, you know, to save time in my life.